It's all about respecting others. It's going to take you very far in life.
What's going on?
Woo! Give it up for the rhythm section.
Why don't you come on over?
Who can feel it coming in the air tonight right now, okay? I can feel it coming in the air tonight right now, Phil Collins. Who doesn't love a drummer that sings? Come on. Yes. What a beautiful day here in Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you for coming all this way. Congratulations to all the RISD grads. 2023, unbelievable. We have made it.
Tell me something sweet.
Tell me something from the heart, tell it all to me. It really doesn't mean so hard if what you feel. It's real, it is not a fantasy. What's your deal? Are the words you speak in true, baby? Sugar's your lover. Oh, you're so sweet to the bone. She's like no other. In my arms, it feels like home. Sugar's your lover. So sweet to the bone. She's like no other. In my arms, it feels like home. Her marrow must be made from jelly. I want to believe all the things she tells me, but jealousy will eat you up inside and spit you out, make you scream and shout it. Well, I know all about it. I know you're strong,
So don't you doubt it. A love I can't do without it. Sugar's your lover.
Oh, so sweet to the bone. She's like no other. In my arms, it feels like home. Sugar's your lover. So sweet to the bone. She's like no other. In my arms, it feels like home. Candy-coated rib cage, so sweet down to the membrane, honey flowing through her veins.
Her kisses taste like sugar cane. Sugar's your lover.
You're so sweet to the bone. She's like my arms it feels like home. Sugar skull lover, so sweet to the bone. She's like no other. In my arms it feels like home. Feels like home. Feels like home. In my arms it feels like
home. Yeah. Sugar skull lover,
so sweet to the bone. She's like no other. In my arms it feels like home. Sugar skull lover, so sweet to the bone. She's like no other. In my arms it feels like home. Feels like home.
feels like home.
In my arms it feels like. Thank you. Thank you. Sugar Skull Lover. All right. As we move. Happy Pride to everyone. It won't be too much longer now. You know? So inclusivity is no longer a word we need to speak. Where did you go? In a cloud of smoke, white cotton. How could we know these precious stones would be taken away? Why did you run? You had the chance to stay and fight fire with me. War's almost over, you said now, oh, we're winning.
These old ghosts
Bring me so close,
appear in my dreams. Couple of friends, some of my family, some of my enemies. I can't believe that I'm alive, that I survived. We live and die while the spirits sleep. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh.
I will carry your bones, sleep sweet, my friend, the heaviest stone. I know it's hard all alone to meet your end. At the beginning again, sands of time keep slipping down. The smallest grain is sifting now, pressing the wine beneath our feet.
The signs are shifting into the light. These old ghosts play bring me so close, appear in my dreams. Couple of friends, some of my family, some of my enemies. I can't believe that I'm alive, that I survived. We live and die while the spirits sing. Oh, 2, 3, oh. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh.
These old ghosts bring me so close, appear in my dreams.
Couple of friends, some of my family, some of my enemies. I can't believe that I'm alive, that I survived. We live and die while the spirits sing. Baby, won't you just relax? Give me the keys. It's Saturday night and I just wanna please you. You're working so hard, 40 hours just to pay my bills. I want you to sit back and let me get behind the wheel. We going out tonight, so you can leave all your troubles behind. Why don't you sit on the passenger side? Let me take you for a ride. Let me drive, my tank just got filled up. Right, I'm by your side, I just can't get enough. Right, I want you to enjoy yourself tonight. So right, I wanna take you on down over to the other side. I got 2 whips so you can take your pick. I can drive an automatic, but tonight I wanna ride the stick. We're shifting into 5th, oh, we're heating of the road. And I got your favorite song playing on my radio. It's right, right. We going out tonight, so you can leave all your troubles behind. Why don't you sit on the passenger side? Let me take you for a ride. Let me drive, my tank just got filled up. Right, I'm by your side, I just can't get enough. Right, I want you to enjoy yourself tonight. So right, I wanna take y'all down over to the other side. Blue City horns, y'all. I know that you're the one that's used to driving me, but tonight I wanna get on top, so just take your seat. Spicy. I'm shifting into fifth, though I'm here of the road.
Yes, you are, girl.
And I got your favorite song playing on my radio.
Started from the bottom and we here.
We going out tonight, so you can leave all your troubles behind. Why don't you sit on the passenger side and let me take you on a ride? Let me drive my Texas Scotfield ride. I'm by your side, I just can't get enough. Right. I want you to enjoy yourself tonight. So right, I wanna take y'all down over to the other side.
Thank you all. Thank you all for coming today. Congratulations, everyone. We're Boo City. Happy to be here at RISD Commencement 2023. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.
Guests, families, and friends, welcome to Commencement 2023. The ceremony will begin momentarily. First, a few important announcements regarding today's program. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit so that you may safely and calmly exit the arena in the event of an emergency. With consideration to our graduates and their families, please silence your mobile devices for the duration of the ceremony. To ensure all guests are able to enjoy the program, please do not block the aisles, stand in front of other guests, or go down onto the arena floor. Photographs of each graduate will be taken as they walk across the stage to receive their degrees. Opportunities to obtain these high-quality photographs will be made available to each graduate approximately 48 hours after the ceremony. After the ceremony, please make your way to 27 Market Square, outdoors next to the RISD Auditorium, for a brief gathering to welcome the class of 2023 into RISD's global community of alumni. At this time, we ask that everyone please find your seats. The ceremony is about to begin. Welcome to Rhode Island School of Design's 2023 Commencement. You may be seated. Please silence all cell phones and take a moment to locate the nearest emergency exit. Please welcome to the podium, President Crystal Williams.
Thank you, and a very special thank you to our musical accompaniment by Boo City and the ERB. Thank you also to the wonderful team of staff, faculty, students, alumni, and volunteers who've made today's ceremony possible. I'd also like to acknowledge the two members of RISD's Student-Run Design Guild who designed this year's materials, Senior Matthew Kushery, BFA 23 GD PT, and Junior Joyce Ho, BFA 24 GD. Thank you, Matthew and Joyce. At this time, I'd like to invite Sharinte Mishatashan Harris to the podium to offer a land acknowledgement. Sharinte is graduating today with a Brown RISD dual degree in painting and ethnic studies. They are a Narragansett tribal citizen and a contributor to the development of RISD's official land acknowledgement. Sharinte?
Way ah hey ah hey ah hey ah hoo way ah ah ya way ah hey ah ya hey ah hoo way ah yeah ah yo. Rhode Island School of Design is built on what is now called College Hill, part of the ancestral homelands of the Narragansett Indian tribe. Indigenous people from many tribes and nations, near and far, live, study, and work in Providence today. The amplification of Native voices and histories is crucial to rectifying the many violent legacies of colonialism, and we gratefully acknowledge the ongoing critical contributions of Indigenous people across our state, region, and nation. Kanupiam, welcome to the homelands of the Narragansett people.
Please note, there has been a change in commencement speaker. Ari Shapiro, host of NPR's All Things Considered, has graciously stepped in to address today's graduates.
Sharinte, thank you. And a warm welcome to all you gathered here today to celebrate Rhode Island School of Design's 140th commencement and the class of 2023. Greetings to RISD's co-chairs of the Board of Trustees. Greetings to our Board of Trustee members, faculty, staff, and honorary degree recipients, to our student speakers and our deans. Parents, guardians, caregivers, friends and family, and beloveds who've supported and encouraged our graduates and provided them with advice, insight, tough and tender love, welcome all. Thank you for everything you've done, every decision that you've made that has helped amplify these young artists and designers, and these artists and designers who are perhaps not as young as others. It is so wonderful to gather here with all of you to celebrate Rhode Island School of Design's 140th commencement and this class. You, the class of 2023, are 785 strong. You speak 44 languages and hail from 38 countries and 42 US states. You have studied across 4 program areas and 21 concentrations. You are the definition of a global art and design community. In the past year, I've spoken with many of you, as well as with alums and parents, and have learned 3 things that I hope might be helpful as you begin the next iteration of your life's journey. And I want to share those with you now. 1, some of you will go on to become sculptors, others attorneys. Some filmmakers, others pastry chefs. Some among you will be animators, others app developers. Others will build buildings or run nonprofits, and yet others of you will design potable water solutions for rural communities in the Southern Americas. You represent a magnificent cacophony of thought and interest, and you all share an essential trait that is worth naming here because many of you take it for granted until much later in your lives, and you really should not. All year, as I've traveled the country, alums have told me when in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, they look back for the locus of their successes, nearly to the person they say, in addition to your material and visual knowledge, your ability and propensity to question everything and to therefore think differently sets RISD alums apart, and it sets you apart. There is no box RISD alums except without deep interrogation. There's no status quo RISD alums take for granted. You therefore see possibilities where others do not. And so this may sound overly conceptual or intangible to some, but this way of thinking is an essential and powerful skill and is, without question, the source of innovation and therefore is the source of change. And when applied regularly and strategically, it is a skill you graduates can and will wield to great effect and impact if you don't take it for granted. So, class of 23, name it, value it, own it, and use it to your and all of our benefit. 2, your future, as for so many of us, myself included, will likely be nonlinear. And naming that too is particularly important for nonconformists. And that you came to art school suggests to me that you are already sort of owning your nonconformity. Naming and embracing a nonlinear path can be an essential element in a route to artistic, intellectual, or personal freedom. Your path, delicious and revelatory, will and should be filled with unlikely experiments as you test out ideas and try on new roles. This is why we see so many unexpected and exciting and inspiring outcomes amongst our alums. Industrial designers who become painters, painters who become innovators, inventors, architects who become social change agents, sculptors who become entrepreneurs. And that leads me to the 3rd and final thing I hope that might be helpful to you. Graduates, at every step, remember that you are makers. And concerning your next steps, think of the wide world as your studio. And what you're making is your life's journey. That is the work ahead of you. And how does one go about fulfilling a life's journey? Well, you start with a question, and then you turn to the making. So question, create, and when you don't know how to accomplish something, find someone who does, right? Listen, watch, question again, learn, and then what? Get back into the studio and apply. Iterate, and then imagine, question, learn, iterate again. That is really the new work before you, and it is the grand work of your life. People like to suggest that one should know what one is doing before one does it. And that sounds good in theory. I've not actually found that to be really the case. As you know, there is another way. Most of us have to get into the work of it to see and understand what is possible and what we are actually making. Non-makers may not understand the full implications of what I've just said, but I think that the class of 23 will. And you have all of the tools, all of the good thinking, all of the good people surrounding you, and the courage you need. You have all of that. You have your faculty, you have RISD careers, you have your peers. Graduates, know that you are joining now a community of more than 31,000 alums, filled with thinkers, makers, innovators, mentors, and lean in. They are your co-studio mates now, invaluable, visionary, and eager for your success. May your paths be lined with your most audacious questions. May you approach your life's journey as a maker. May you iterate. May you continue to be brave enough to say yes to the precious and quiet voice that led you here. And may you be of service to others to help co-create a more just, equitable, resilient, and beautiful world. Congratulations, class of 2023. It is now my pleasure to introduce Provost Anais Masakian. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Williams. I am delighted to introduce our graduate student speaker, Diana Sanchez Barrio, MFA in Digital Plus Media. Diana was born and raised in Bogota, Colombia, a highly diverse and multicultural city. She is a designer, artist, and poet with a professional practice situated in creative writing and the intersection of technoscience and culture. After graduation, she will be attending the BioArt residency at the School of Visual Arts in New York City to investigate the future of smell and bioassets in the context of climate change. In the design field, she plans to raise funding for launching Pataphysical Postal Service, a project that inspires and connects the next generation of girls in creative science, media art, and technology. Please welcome Diana.
Good morning to everyone. Greetings to trustees, President Williams, Provost Masakian, honored guests, deans, faculty, staff, family members and friends, and my fellow graduates. I want to especially thank Shona Kitchen, our digital media department head, to digital media cohort, to Stephen Cook, Katia Solotowski, and to Dave, CIT custodian. Thank you to my classmates, Anne, Carly, Jinha, Yukyun, Julia, and Rikar. A special thanks to David Milston and Saul Brown for supporting me along the way. To my friends, Mariana, Andrea, Santrupti, Sara, and George, thank you. You are forever my family. To my fellow graduates and to the Colombian graduates, we did it. I am honored to have the opportunity to speak to you today. When I was learning how to write scripts with the FBA professor, Marina Schron, I was really struggling to articulate a story about how to liquefy dreams and the impossibility to trap them. I was struggling to put my words into images for the camera to set up an encounter between two characters which changed them forever. We were having that conversation when she told me, we don't know who we are until we meet others. My time at RISD and in a foreign country has taught me, you never fully know who you are as long as you keep getting to know other people. I'm here today to talk about voices and dreams. We all come from countries in which it is in some way dangerous to raise your voice, and still people dare to dream. The ability of your mind to dream means that you are still unfinished, and there are still others to get to know. It means that there are parts of your mind that you don't know yet, so there is mystery. And then we have genetic engineering, ChatGPT, and algorithms. And yet, there is still mystery about why we dream and love and create as a form of resistance. Just a couple of ways to trick the algorithm. Imagine what could happen if we fed and programmed computers only with poetry in all languages, not only English. As poetry is not an adornment nor an embellishment, but a way to bring back strangeness and amazement into the world and make the language new every time. Poetry, as well as art and technology, is what allows us to contemplate what language is, and most of all, what language can be. Maybe we could have other types of technology that retain the mystery of what we have not yet met, and invite other stories and voices to the artifacts and tools that permeate all our days on Earth. Who made them, and whose voice is left out? Computers compute with human words they haven't felt yet. Words, once human, now flow through impossible quick rivers, human hands, human eyes. So today, I would like to propose language as the most important technology we need to pay attention to. What language is and what language can be. What it can impose on us or heal in us. Whether language still belongs to us and what that could mean. So let's speak about algorithms without being too boring. I have spent the last months tricking an artificial intelligence software into thinking it is recording me, a human voice. In reality, I have been reproducing the recording of the last bird of its species, an extinct bird song that was meant for a duet, impossible now. The software has been allowing me to repair and recreate the response for the bird, but it's only an illusion. But in doing so, I have been lending my voice to it and thinking about this phrase: lend your voice, trick the algorithm. Allow others to speak, lend your voice, give other access. We need choirs, not just solos. We need to ask ourselves why, as a society, we are obsessed with the future of the world, and how we can recover things that are gone while taking for granted the present and what we still have. Design future, speculative futures, probable, possible, desirable. The future, almost as an institution not all have access to, is one topic that has been brought back constantly in the public conversation. However, the idea of designing futures suggests that neither the past nor the present are desirable. Only the future, that unknown desired land we are hoping to arrive at. So, while we think about the role of art and design in the framing of the future, let's think about the intangibles, systems, values, emotions, as much as the tangibles. Every notion of the future, or let's say the futures, has been designed, whether intentionally or not, with values, ethics, and societal implications. Oftentimes, the communities that are supposed to be impacted by these visions of the future are not invited to tell what they think about it. Intangibles don't make it to the museums, but they are designed, and are those intangibles the ones that shape societies and affect people's life for generations. While I was writing this speech, I wrote a phrase about inviting you to think together how to care, how to create not only sustainability, but sustainment, or the continuing enactment to sustain something over time. That overall constituted an invitation to create community. But I don't think we need that invitation. We strongly demonstrated that we all are already an established and caring community that shows up when it matters, that supports equity and justice, sustaining and mending this very social fabric that we are. So I will go ahead and use textile metaphors to continue weaving these words. While at the Adaptive Futures class with Dr. Katia Solotowski, a space that brings together designers and science to propose conversations about wicked problems, I had the luck to meet my friends Julie Louise Zayton and Latika Baleshander, with whom we were discussing the potential of human hair being a sustainable material. While framing the story for this research and how it constituted an intimate approach to sustainability, Julie said, "You could meet a woman from 10,000 years ago, and she would have nothing in common with you, but she will understand what it means to braid your sister's hair." The image of braiding each other's hair appeared to me as the way we create knowledge, carefully putting together threads that are not supposed to, but somehow they do. Acquire, not a solo. I wonder how ambition in the present is really about a conversation of a past future in which we are walking towards the version of us we don't know yet, while being good ancestors at the same time. We need duets, not just solos. You are graduating today from one of the most renowned art and design schools in the world. That means someone was left out. And if so, to whom can you lend your voice today? To whom are you going to give access and include through your practice, your ideas, your labor? Invite them. The only reason I'm here is because someone gave me access. I was in Bogota, my hometown, on a rainy day, that is basically every day in Bogota, when I received an email from my department head, Shona Kitchen, with these words only: "I have good news, can I call you?" Terrible at the phone as I am, I took the courage to take the call right away. I was awarded the Society of Presidential Fellowship, and I was in awe after many financial challenges to finally land here. Shona left the formalities aside, as she is, and told me up front, "So are you coming or not?" We both laughed, and that defined my relationship with the woman that has taught me so much about coming undone and uncertain, and that has invited me to dig deeper and to be vulnerable. We don't know who we are until we meet others. When we are vulnerable is when we can meet others. So what needs to be recreated, redesigned to be able to meet others? Is it the healthcare system? Is it how people have access to transportation? Is it how drones find flowers we thought extinct? Is language, in the words of my classmate Bridget DeFranco, the way to bring back subjecthood to the things we examine? Raise debate and question why. Why is bridge making? Why is caring? Let's ask ourselves always, what are we caring about? What other voices we can let in? As this institution welcomes a high number of international students, as I am, I want to speak to people that feel like they are on their own. And sometimes they are, but not only immigrants. We live in a world in which there is an app and a technology to substitute every human connection and togetherness through a subscription plan. Gathering our data right up in the sky, perhaps in the cloud, that physical place in which we store files and hold them memories. Our new heaven, but one in which things don't have a body and a soul, and you need a password to access it. It seems we are in the decline of friendship. So today, I strongly want to invite you to create an effort in your friend circle, in your cohort, in your family, so no one feels like they are on their own. One of the key things the feminist perspective of care has taught me is that every existence and every thinking and knowing is relational. Nothing comes without its world. And today, we are not carrying only ours, but the words and views and hopes of every person we had the chance to talk to share our hope with, our deadlines while co-sleeping with a coffee machine. Today, we are living with knowledge and experiences that were rooted in conversations, in listening to one another, and in doing so, listening to ourselves. But those conversations were not always mediated by words. They were oftentimes silent, produced by the movement of our making hands and bodies. RISD is sometimes a silent choreography. One of the things that changed me while at this school was the outstanding importance of hands here. I think working with our hands is the true political, poetic, and creative resistance. While automation tries to replace precious and meaningful things, while we hope it was helping laborers or doing our taxes instead so we can make more art, we work with our hands. Hands that write and sign letters, hands that work, hands that polish wood, hands that play with fire and bread, primitive and reliable mediums, in the words of my friend, the glass artist Ariel Arabot. Hands needed to connect circuitry that we yell at in digital media and make us wish, however briefly, we will be working with something else. Hands that weave and warp, hands that make public statements, covering walls, showing up for each other. Hands that touch faces, touch. One of the things that AI can't replace, the ultimate tenderness. I think it is very miraculous to find a place that gathers so many people that care about imagination, social fabric, and creativity. The fact that in a single space there are so many who dream and disobey. Dreaming as a way of enacting other worlds and making them accessible to others. To dream is to disobey. In the RISD Commencement discourse of 1986, Maya Angelou said something that has stuck in my mind for some time. Is it likely that my future holds such promise? I said, is it likely that our futures together hold such promise? And to turn this Angelou solo into a duet, as Mary Oliver said, tell me, RISD class of 2023, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life. Go find your choir. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana, for your poignant words and your powerful reminders. It is now my pleasure to introduce the senior class speaker, Sofia Di Lodovico. Sophia is an impact and process-centered designer who is receiving her BFA in industrial design today. The daughter of Mexican and Venezuelan immigrants, Sophia grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and Teramo, Italy. This fall, she will be joining Deloitte as an analyst in their applied design and innovation practice. Please welcome Sophia to the podium.
Hi. Good morning to everyone. A special good morning to faculty, staff, my peers' families, and my family. The first class of the semester, Norm asks his students to introduce themselves with your first memory of drawing. Mine is my mother. A single mom that traveled often for work, it was a gift if she could stay a couple minutes when she dropped me off at school. The other moms would usually visit our classroom, maybe read the class a book or bring treats. But my mom, she created worlds. My first memory of drawing is in my kindergarten classroom, with the morning sun shining onto the half-size table and chairs. She grabbed some crayons and colored pencils and drew me on a rocket ship. It was red and purple with fins on the side, and a little window at the top was me inside. Seeing my hair trailing off into the tailwinds of my new ride, all my friends started gathering around the table and asking for my mom to draw their faces in the windows of the imaginary vehicle. In minutes, she created a fantasy where me and my friends were jumping from planet to planet, making friends with aliens, and driving our own spaceships. With a little bit of wax on paper, she told a story that made the whole room vibrate with energy. All of us, architects, illustrators, sculptors, designers, tell stories of things that used to be or that we hope will become true. We tell stories to start conversations or to build new futures. Our sculptures, drawings, and films are experiences that bring others into our world. Our stories bend, shape, and erase rules so that we can dream of riding a rocket ship all the way to another galaxy. So as artists and designers, we have the toolkit and agency to tell stories that change the world by creating new ones. So with a little bit of wax on paper, what stories do you choose to tell? When I was little, drawing or crafting usually meant spending time with my mother. But because she traveled so regularly, I more often cherished the goodnight calls and all the little presents she would bring me back from her travels. Skirts and bangles from India, macaroons from Paris, doll shoes from markets in China, things she wanted to give me from places she had been. But during the summer, I was the one that went away. I would travel to be with my dad in Venezuela, where he lived. So one year, when I came back to my mother's house, she had a surprise for me. I walked into my room to see the most beautiful big mural painted on my wall. The entire wall was wrapped in orange paint, with the silhouette of a tree in white. And the branches had the same movement and line quality as the drawings from before school. Unlike the doll shoes, the bangles, and the macaroons, it was something she made. It was a gift to me from inside our home. She didn't have to go anywhere to get it. The tree was her gift to me when I was away. something she painted as a reflection of her connection to me. On my wall was the story of her love. I became a maker watching my mom draw and have an entire room vibrate with energy. My mom chose stories to tell that created connections with those around her, but even more so, to get close to me. It was through my mom that I saw the power of stories through making, but it wasn't until RISD that I found what stories I wanted to tell. My second year here in industrial design, I was challenged to make a wooden toy that would teach small children about the base 10 number system. And like the good design student I am, I went and talked to a ton of parents and teachers, researched about 3 to 5-year-olds, and started brainstorming ideas with my friends. So if I made my colored blocks connect vertically into the stories of a building with 10 stories, kids would start to visualize numbers as individual groups of 10. But if I put them horizontally into a train, they would start seeing numbers as long, continuous lines with sections of 10. Picking colors, shapes, and how the kids would interact with the toy was really imagining how I wanted them to think. As a designer, I wasn't choosing the form of an object, but creating a story about trains or buildings that would control how kids would think about counting, math, and numbers for the rest of their lives. I remember turning to my studio mate while we were brainstorming and realizing that we were kind of playing God. The story that I chose to tell, trains or buildings, was going to affect not only the moment the kids played with the toy, but how they interacted with the entire world around them. So after hours in studio and countless pounds of sawdust in my shoes, I finished my design. And I've never felt as empowered as the day I tested it for the very first time. I came in and sat my toy down in front of a 5-year-old and watched him stack some colored blocks. But it was really like watching your very best friend unwrap a present you had handpicked with love and care. In a sudden urge, he got up and ran over to his sister so that they could play together. My design choices had inspired him to explore, become curious, creative, and run over to his sister so that they could play together. My design choices had inspired connection, just like my mom. Soon, all 3 siblings were stacking blocks, creating houses, and putting their dolls and toy cars inside the house. Then magically, the houses became caves, and the dolls became robots, and they were running around the house to go attack the evil dragon, me, with their newfound magnet powers. With the toys I had made, they began imagining themselves in a whole other world, with the same buzz of animation that my mother's drawings had for me. That day, I found my power as a maker and how much I loved creating worlds where people imagine themselves with superpowers. The last 4 years have felt exactly like my kindergarten classroom, full of magic and excitement around crayons and colored pencils, because I've been surrounded by my peers telling their own stories. Our work sparks joy, unpacks complicated and questions heart-wrenching and complicated histories, explores the most outlandish capabilities of materials and technology, and creates space for people to feel seen. We have the ability to tell stories and bring them into this world. We have the capacity to materialize something that lives in the imagination. And we've been making things every day for 4 years that didn't exist until our hands touched it. And no one has the capacity to tell the story that we have to tell, that I have to tell, that you have to tell. RISD has given us the tools to tell stories, but it's our responsibility as artists and designers to use those tools responsibly and build the worlds that we want to see. RISD has shown us the power of making, but it's our responsibility to use that power to create connection with those around us. So, with your little bit of wax on paper, what stories you choose to tell. Thank you.
Sophia, thank you. Each year at Commencement, the RISD community honors creative thinkers and makers who've made significant contributions to the worlds of art, design, and culture. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, Rhode Island School of Design is pleased to confer the degree of Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts in recognition of the outstanding achievements of distinguished individuals who've joined us today. At this time, I'd like to ask Co-Chair Eileen Chaikin to please rise and join me for the hooding of our honorary degree candidates. Tiago Campos, Associate Professor of Landscape Architecture, please present the first honorary degree candidate.
President Williams, I have the great honor of presenting Walter Hood for the Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts degree from Rhode Island School of Design.
My apologies. The person who actually hooded Walter is co-chair of the Board of Trustees, also alumna, Hillary Blumberg. Walter Hood. As creative director of Hood Design Studio and the David K. Wu Chair and Professor of Landscape Architecture and Environmental Planning at the University of California, Berkeley, you have influenced and enriched the lives of many. Your transformational work empowers marginalized communities and challenges the legacy of neglect in urban neighborhoods while honoring communal histories. Walter Hood, we recognize your many accomplishments and awards, including the 2019 MacArthur Fellowship, as well as your commitment to designing enriching, ecologically sustainable public spaces with this Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts degree from Rhode Island School of Design. Dennis Congdon, Professor of Painting. Please present our second honorary degree candidate.
President Williams, I have the great honor of presenting Sto Ho So for the honorary degree of fine arts. For the honorary degree of fine arts degree from the Rhode Island School of Design.
Dahosa. The insightful, interdisciplinary works of art you have shared with the world since earning your BFA at RISD nearly 30 years ago continue to honor and expand this institution's evolving legacy. Your work defies standard notions of scale and other limited views of our shared environment and offers new ideas about how we inhabit public space. Dahoso for sharing monumental visions inspired by your personal journey, ones that speak to people around the globe. We present you with your second degree from Rhode Island School of Design, the Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts. Congratulations both. Thank you for honoring us by being here today. It's now my privilege to invite commencement speaker Ari Shapiro to address our graduates, their families, loved ones, and esteemed guests here with us on this special occasion. Ari Shapiro has been one of the hosts of NPR's All Things Considered, the award-winning afternoon news magazine since 2015. Born in Fargo, North Dakota, and raised in Portland, Oregon, he has reported from above the Arctic Circle and aboard Air Force One, and has covered wars in Iraq, Ukraine, and Israel. He's won multiple awards, including 2 National Edward R. Murrow Awards, a laurel from the Columbia Journalism Review, and a Silver Gavel Award from the American Bar Association. When he is not reporting the news, he sings with Pink Martini. Okay. With whom he has performed at Carnegie Hall in New York City and the Royal Albert Hall in London. Please welcome this year's keynote speaker, Ari Shapiro.
Thank you, and good morning, President Williams, Provost Masakian, honorees, faculty, staff, family and friends, and most of all, graduates of the Rhode Island School of Design. Doesn't it feel good to wear that title? Will everybody say it with me? Hello, graduates. Hello, graduates. Look, that title feels good for any graduate of any school in any year, but especially for you all, the class of 2023, because you have been through pandemics, street protests, variants of the pandemic, and you made it. And you know the dream you had where you realized you had registered for a class that you had never actually attended, and now it was the day the final project was due, and you hadn't shown up or done any work on it at all? Well, good news. It was just a dream. It didn't happen. You made it. That's the good news. The bad news is you won't stop having that dream. I graduated from college more than 20 years ago. I still have that nightmare. I wake up from it in a cold sweat. I'm sorry. I should tell you, I'm a journalist. In this commencement address, I'm not going to pander to you. I'm going to tell you how things are, even if they may not be exactly what you want to hear. Just in case there was any ambiguity, I'm not an architect. But there's a lot today that you should be very happy to hear. I mean, in this moment, you can look at the person next to you and you can say, we did it. And I don't just mean the students. I mean the parents and siblings and friends and teachers and caregivers and loved ones, because, and faculty and staff. It takes a village to put a student through college. Will you all give yourselves that privilege right now? Turn to someone next to you and just say, we did it. You did it. So, you know, like a day as momentous as this one has 2 sides. You might feel right now like you're on top of the world, which in a way you are. And also right now you might slightly feel like you're staring into the abyss, which also in a way you are. Every one of us faces the challenge of holding 2 contradictory ideas in our mind at once. I sometimes say that I'm good at holding 2 contradictory ideas in my head because I'm a Libra. And I don't believe in astrology. So right now, the first idea we have to embrace is that this is a moment to celebrate, when all the hard work you did paid off. The sacrifices you made, the forks in the road you chose, they have led to a happy ending. And the second idea, if any of you have seen the musical Into the Woods, you're familiar with it, it's that there is no ever after. Every ending is also a beginning. And so our task in this moment is to let those ideas coexist, right? To recognize that there will be hard times ahead without letting that knowledge dampen our real joy, excitement, and enthusiasm at this momentous celebration. I want to give you a snapshot of what this moment looked like for me when I was graduating from college, because I had no idea where I was going next. I was an English major. It was very much a staring into the abyss moment for me. I had never taken a journalism course, I had never written for the school paper. I applied to literally everything I could think of, from the Peace Corps to working at Club Med. I also applied for an NPR internship, and I got rejected for literally everything, including the NPR internship. And I think this is really important to talk about, because it is easy to look at successful people and conclude that their success is the absence of failure, when actually that could not be further from the truth. Success is not the opposite of failure. Success is what follows after repeated failure. Literally every successful person I know has failed along the way, multiple times. And so if there is one thing I want you to remember from what I say today, it is this: failure is a part of the process. NPR's Ari Shapiro was rejected for an NPR internship. Eventually, I found out that the legendary legal affairs correspondent Nina Totenberg hires her own interns. I applied to her, she gave me a chance, and I never left. But after I finished my internship, my career was not exactly smooth sailing. Literally the first time I ever filed a story on deadline for All Things Considered, the show I now host, hours before my story was supposed to be on the air, I deleted all of my audio. Even telling you that right now, all these years later, like, I can feel my face flush, I can feel the panic rising. So my first instinct in that moment was, I'm gonna go get on a train, and I'm gonna take it to the end of the line, wherever it goes, and then I will get off at that last station, and I'll just start walking. And I'll disappear over the horizon, and nobody will ever know what happened to Ari Shapiro. So that was plan A, but I decided to go with plan B, and plan B was confess to my editor what had happened, scramble like crazy to throw something together by my deadline, redoing interviews over the phone, gathering little snippets from YouTube, slapping things together, and just barely getting a story on the air, which frankly was not very good. And that was okay, because then I went on to do another story, and another one after that, and finally, many years after that crisis where I deleted all of my audio hours before my deadline, I became the host of that show that I almost blew up. And so, every one of you graduating today will someday find yourself in a moment of, I just deleted all of my audio and I'm supposed to be on the air in a few hours. Now, it's not going to be deleted audio. It may be a mangled canvas, a deleted file, a pile of rubble where moments before stood something beautiful. And when you face that moment, what I want you to say to yourself is, don't get on the train. You will get through this, because you have been building the skills to get through this, just as you got through the pandemic and the protests and the new variants of the pandemic. I want to share with you some wisdom that I gleaned from the great drag queen philosopher, Dina Martina. Dina once said, there will come a time when you find yourself in a deep, dark valley, and you will think that you will never see the sun again. And in that moment, I just want you to remember that somewhere just out of sight beyond the horizon is a deeper, darker valley. She's a sage, what can I say? So how do we get through those valleys? How do we get through the adversity? This is not a rhetorical question. There's actually really good research on this. I recently interviewed the author of the longest running study of human happiness in the world. His name is Dr. Robert Waldinger. He's a psychologist, and he's head of, it's called the Harvard Study of Adult Development. It's been going on since 1938, and it has basically tracked people like for generations, rich, poor, healthy, unwell, and it has asked what makes people happy. And what's crazy is how simple the answer is. the number one factor that determines whether people feel satisfaction and joy in their lives is the closeness and quality of their relationships with others. Doesn't matter what kind of relationships. It can be friendships, it can be marriage, it can be parent-child. The warmth and quality of your relationships will determine whether you have a happy life or not. So some of you graduating are right now sitting next to your absolute favorite people in the world. You have spent every day with them for years. You know that they will be your best friends forever. As Diana so wisely said, work to hold on to that. Work to sustain your relationships and friendships in the same way that you work to advance your art practice, your career, to build a family, because it doesn't happen automatically. It does take effort, and that effort will pay off over time. Now, others of you might look at the person sitting next to you today and think, I'm not going to miss those people. If you're in that group, I'd like you to raise your hand right now. No, don't raise your hand. Please, don't raise your hand. But whichever group you're in, it's important to go forward with this idea in mind. It is good to invest in your career, in your art, in your passion. Those things can give you a sense of fulfillment and purpose and a paycheck, but it is even more important to invest in your relationships. Because there will be tough times. You know, as a journalist, I often talk to people on the worst day of their lives. I cover wars and natural disasters and mass shootings, and so friends often ask how I stay optimistic, even with all the horrible things that are happening in the world every day. And the answer comes from the people who I've met in those scenarios. Like a guy I met in the coastal Turkish city of Izmir named Ali Demir, who owned this small cafe. I met him at the height of the Syrian refugee crisis, and at the sidewalk tables of his cafe, he had set out these long power strips, and in the windows, he had put up the Wi-Fi code and password, and all of the power strips were full of people charging their phones and FaceTiming or Skyping with their families back home in Syria. And when I asked Ali Demir why he did this, he gave me a very simple answer. He said, I think about if I were in their shoes, what would I want someone to do for me? That act of empathy can be so simple and yet so transformative. The decision to try to see the world through the eyes of someone else can be so powerful and yet such a difficult leap to make. And that's where artists come in. You all have the power to help all of us see the world through different eyes. Particularly in challenging times, the artist has the power to create new realities, new ways of perceiving, to critique and also to make beauty. Through your art, you have the power not only to be free, but to allow others to be free as well, and to show them a different path, free from systems that alienate us from each other and from our world. I want to leave you with a thought from an artist who I quote way more often than I should, who said things like, perfection is for assholes, and dream the culture forward, and use your art to make the world you want to live in, not to critique the world as it is. So many things. Okay, the artist is Taylor Mack, who is a writer and performer and was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize for this incredible piece of theater that changed my life called A 24-Decade History of Popular Music. And this piece told the story of the United States from 1776 to 2016, the year that Taylor first performed this epic over the course of 24 hours. Every hour was a decade. And so when I was talking to Taylor about this work, I said, look, when you create the story of the country as one uninterrupted narrative, from slavery to the Trail of Tears to Japanese internment camps and on and on and on, and you see all of these episodes, what perspective does that give you? And Taylor said to me, these things go in cycles, and I don't know why, but they do. But as you tell these stories of hardship and adversity, you also find stories of people trying to make life better for those around them. And all that any of us can ever hope for is to be one of those people in whatever time and whatever place we find ourselves. RISD class of 2023, I hope that each and every one of you will be one of those people. Congratulations. I cannot wait to see how you change the world.
Ari Shapiro, thank you. It's wonderful to have you here with us. And now we will recognize graduate students from this year's class of 2023. Our graduate students receiving their hoods, one of the symbols of their achievements, they received their hoods yesterday, which is a symbol of achievement at a separate event in the hottest space on the planet. Although it was celebratory and lovely, it was warm. All right. So Provost Masakian, please present the candidates for the master's degrees.
Candidates for master's degrees, please rise. President Williams, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Rhode Island School of Design, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts in Global Arts and Culture, Master of Arts in Nature, Culture, Sustainability Studies, Master of Arts in Art and Design Education, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Architecture, Master of Industrial Design, Brown RISD, Master of Arts in Design Engineering, Master of Arts in Adaptive Reuse, Master of Design in Interior Studies, Adaptive Reuse, Master of Design in Interior Studies, Exhibition and Narrative Environments, and Master of Landscape Architecture.
With the recommendation of the faculty and by authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Rhode Island School of Design, I hereby confer the master's degrees with all of the rights and privileges appropriate thereunto. Candidates for master's degrees, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Now, folks, we're going to ask that you please hold your applause until all graduate students have been announced so that each family can hear their student's name called. We've been through this before. We know that's going to be hard and that you are nonconformist families, but we would really ask you to conform to this request. So please hold your applause.
Master of Arts in Global Arts and Culture, Gabriella Cantu. Valerie Navarretea. Sergio Perdigar Tamralbam. Pratik Shankar. Master of Arts in Nature, Culture, Sustainability Studies, Piyumi D. Alvis. Sierra Brett Gideon, Rini Singhi, Master of Arts in Art and Design Education, Teaching and Learning in Art and Design, Santrupti Das. Francesca Marian Fontana Maturich, Seva Simone. Master of Arts in Teaching, Teaching and Learning in Art and Design, Margot Broderick. Michelle Chen.
Hell yeah!
Thomas Demore.
Let's go!
Laura Leto.
Yeah!
Lena Rose Meyerson. Allison Claire Nesland. Mason Zabruki. Sorry, Mason. Spencer Ellis. Rebecca Brinkenhoff. Gregory William Carroll II. Louis Cohen. Jesse G. Groom. Aaron William Lawrence. Oops. Lauren Christine Richards. Lisa Sacco. Yuya Zhu. Ben Denzer. Herschel A.J. Dudalwar. Leanne Fumerton Liu. Dougal Schuyler Van Vetberg Heinken. They didn't, they're not giving it to me. Yep. Sorry, where am I now? I'm lost. Serena Ho. Ian Michael Kelleher. Mina Kim. Karen Kumar. Halim Lee. Soon Ho Lee. Moritz Lanier. Jenny Autumn. Joey Petrillo. Zoe Olivia Pulley. Satya Kudus. Zach Scheinfeld. Ingrid Shamadek. John Frederick Tufts. Yep. Master of Fine Arts, Digital and Media. Jin Hong Tsai. Yuk Yong Chung. Christine Greer. Jingfei Hu. Jinha Kang. Sai O. Chengjun Pan. Deanna Sanchez. Kumari Ann Smalls. Do Wan Yu, Huan Zhen Hu, Shina Zhao, Eamon Al-Hashimi, Dora Chen, Yi-Young Kim, Danyang Song, Jacob Moax Sussman, Master of Fine Arts, Glass, Ariel Aravat, Dongheng Yang, Chongdai Tsing, Jewelry and Metalsmithing, Phi Gao, Yuji Hung, Ho Oi Ying Valerie, Zhao Dai Huang, Kian Lu, Ayesha Safa Moyuddin, Chu Winnie Chung, Shangzhao Zhang, Sophia Berger, Rigoberto Jimenez Flores, Jahi Kejo Lendor, Melissa Medina, Adi K. Mingleton, Viraj Viral Mitani, Gabriel Arturo Rojas, Andrew Shea, Malda Smadi, Renee Cha, Care A. Cirilla, Anik Ima Jordan, Jamil Muhammad Fati, Ulana Perino, Zuryuan Rain, Vushikovsky Ki, Yunwei Zhou, Master of Fine Arts, Printmaking, Kwanchira Chindamani, Andrew Eckert, Isa Gyanaiman, Stephen Andrew Thomas Knapp, Janice Larde, Yesuk So, Riley Wilson, Jingjing Yang, Mia Sihan Yu, Master of Fine Arts, Sculpture, Abdilghani Anawahi, Yujunan, Mari Claudia Garcia Ruiz, Chloe Dunn Kaler, Laura Kim Hegins. Na-Yun Kim. Augustina Marquez. Jia-Ying Wang. Master of Fine Arts, Textiles. Alexandra Rosalind Emberly. Hersha Kedrival. Dina Nazmi Khurshid. Christopher Junsu Park. Alexandra Soyseth. Julian Suver. Julie Louise Simha Zaytun. George Zachary Acosta. Adnan Izzet Agua. Coco Dauran An. Geneva Anderson. Kyle Thomas Andrews. Enitsoa Thierry Andrea Nambitina. Kimberly Ayala Narera. Nora Bridget Bear. G.I. Chai. Daniel Chakonta. Haysum Basharat. David Douglas II. Charles Maxwell Dukes. Jamie Catherine Ling Dunlap. Chris Zheng. Oromiu Berhanu Jula. Yunji Kang. Anthony Matthew Kershaw. Andrew Larson. Chong Lee. Shane Lee. Tian Lee. Adriana Nicole Lintz. Tamara Malhus. Julia Isabel Mukartur. Hao Chen Meng. Forrest Andrew Meyer. Tia Jo Miller. Soleil Win. Uthman Olowa. Skylar Perez. Jennifer Pham. Lisa Q. Andrew S. Rushing. Shane P. Serrano. Peter Galen Shanahan. Vanessa Lika Shimada. Leslie Shiyu Su. Sneha Lakshmi Subramanian. Meng Fei Soon. David Swan, Yuki Tang, Marisa Lucia Travers, Elijah Trice, Alia Varawala, Alexis Violet, Wenji Crystal Wong, Alexander O'Brien Wenstrup, Aaliyah Candioti Worth, Cretonia Lucian Williams II, Ruth H. Wandamu, Hongru Zhang, Sherwu Zhang, Wazirzak Zhao Jie, Abigail Charlie Zola, Master of Industrial Design, Isaiah Alade Jobe, Avind Balumudi, Tinglung Chang, Bing Dong Duan, Maxwell Harleen Furtick, Calgary Haynes Troutman, Jian Lee, Cynthia Liu, Jay Nam, Ray Sun, Hanshintan Nubi, Harun Wasim, Maximilian Werner, Jingshen Xu, RISD Brown, Master of Arts in Design Engineering, Sabrina Diva Murina Alpino, Jeffrey Alexander Brewer, Vivian Sunye Chan, D. Ada Chen, Mingdong Chen, Ava Rachel Garfinkel, Karim Ismail, Usud Khan, Jane Kim, Chen Lu, Jaewei Lu, Cole Stephen Maisonpierre, Xinyi Chao, Alim Rutansi, Bohan Shu, Sunjae Yang, Zhongyue Zhang, Nida Fatima Ansari, Miranda Goldschmidt, Mariam Kerodava La, Simran Mehta, Aaron James Neal, Parvati Vijay Kumar, Ishwarya Pavan, Grace Marie Barrett, Chu Chu Chen, Yumeng Gao, Jinshu Wang. Jingyi Ho. Dayun Kim. Gunju Kim. Woo-jae Kim. Yushuri Lee. Sabina Fangmin Liu. Rowen Swen. Yuting Swen. Zhuyun Tang. Zhan Angwu Wulala. Xinzhe Xiong. Yihao Shu. Yuqiang Li. Xinyi Yu. Meng Su. Rere Zhu. DC Zhu. Priyeta Vundana Surendra Bosameya. Zhaho Yong Sui. Wanjin Feng. Mengning Hu. Jiwan Kim. Shivani Pinapota. Shruvione Vijuni Rao. Yicheng Ren. Natalia Silva. Judzi Tung. Hongli Song. Zhefang Wang. Cheng Shi. Leah Xu. Millie Jenning Young. Rick Ian Chen Zhu. Master of Landscape Architecture, Jinyi Shai. Jingjing Sui. Miranda Max de Beer. Monglin Ding. Jinyun Kerr. Manuel Alejandro Gonzalez, Alex. Yingfan Jia. Shiji Li. Zuan Lin. Jinting Lu. Ray Ching Miao. Yusha Miao. Elise Andrea Mount. Jiajun Ni. Jingyi Shen. Yuhan Su. Jiahao Tong. Ninghao Wang. Fei Yong Wu. Jiki Yao. On Fei Zhong, Pian Zhang, Si Chao Zhao.
I'm supposed to say, please help me congratulate the master's degree folks. You all jumped the gun. Okay, so Provost Masaki, and please present the candidates for the bachelor's degrees. Candidates for bachelor's degrees.
Candidates for bachelor's degrees, please rise. President Williams, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Rhode Island School of Design, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Architecture and Bachelor of Fine Arts. I need my card.
With the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Rhode Island School of Design, I hereby confer the bachelor's degrees with all the rights and privileges appropriate thereunto. Candidates for bachelor's degrees, please come forward to receive your degrees. Now, I'm just, again, gonna return to the idea of conformity in this one moment in our lives, in our mutual experience, to please hold your applause just so folks can hear the names of their beloveds who are also walking across the stage. All right, I think we're ready to go.
Zain Abdu Hamdan. Abina Otima Dankwa. Min Wei Ang. Ioana Athana Sopolo. Bak Umar Bao. Yan Yan Yuki Sao. Quincy T. Casey. Maria Claudia Chu Noriega. Kirin Du Souza. Clarence Kojo Mensa. Ki Nguyen. Leslie Eileen Ponce Diaz. Michael Joseph Ferris. Joseph V. Inglima. Mackenzie Erica Luke. Anastasia Fetovtova. Tehun Ha. Zijun Shu. Fauz Hussein. Jotindra Idris. Sharia Kaipa. Luna Soo-hyun Kim. Kustish In. Hao-yu Lee. Rilia Lee. Shu-shi Chen. Ko Swan Su. Ruth Melissa Suarez Malondona. Ayortunde Ayormide Suli. Levi Kalervo Wadzinski. Yi Wu. Ji Shen Su. Fine Arts Apparel. Leo Van Munching. Alexandra Alisi Debler. Anisha Moore. Alyssa Boardman. Tito Crichton Stewart. Yasimin Azal Kilrock. Disco Chen. Sarah Dasu Park. Sebastian Imunin. Sylvia Mixner. Emily Elizabeth Atanasoff. Sam Levy. Zara Green. Cecilia B. Habdgood. Eve Christine Adami. Zoe Lee. Victoria Vieira Byrne. Sahara Clemens. Jessica Eveline Nedeoniku Okello. Ezekiel August Sally. Luke Tijen. Pei Chen Zhou. UZ. Department of Furniture Design. Manuela Artia. Martin Baggerly. Noah Briata. Subin Choi. Jae Woo Chung. Tommy Civic and Rusty. Frankie Dallas. Petra Fox. Chloe Gardner. Sandra Tianua He. Sarah Lauren Holloway. Callum Hook. Michelle Jizin Huang. Han Ray Yun. Catherine Keating Love. Karen Thea Dimanagada. Sorry. Maggie Pei. Oh boy. Lena Rentel. Jan Rimchinsky. Don't laugh. Thomas Shrimkowski. Jake Stockman. Shushan Fiona Wong. Tristan Wu. Pei Yao Shah. Izzy Yang. Madeline Eileen Young. Department of Graphic Design. Rayana Agrawal. Cheyoon Carey An. Cameron Magnus Estes. Brian Denzel Bailey. Max Miney Beidler. Rachel Bagelman. Brianna Chu. Iris Changhyun Cho. Hannah Choi. Yeri Choi. Maeve Cunningham Perini. Matthew Kusheri. Charlene Deng. Jingyu Feng. Yanlin Feng. Rosalind P. Franklin. Monet Sage Fukawa. Anmol Govinda Rao. Mizuki Hanada. Kevin Forrest Hodgson. Anita Huang. Shun Huang. Steve Sungmin Ju. Yu Young Young. Kyung Hoo Kim. Mio Kosaka. Nathaniel Crone. Ella Lawless. Yoon Lee. Jacob Juan Lee. Truman Lisak. Amber Lee. Itsung Lee. Yanlin Lee. Amy Eugen Lim. Cheng Cheng Lu. Yi Min Lu. Leo Jeffrey Lu. Lutong Winnie. Quinn Wyatt Lockwood. Wayne Luan. Shitong Lin. Jason Myung. Kokoro Nagua. Nishta Nanda. Emma Elaine Noel. Maxton O'Connor. Naoto Ogawa. Elizaveta Padinova. Jessica E. Perkins. Dan Luo. Aaron Ayala Roman. Eleanor V. Ryan. Sophia E. Santana. Yasmin Sarihan. Ji Ying Shear. Michelle Ji Yoon Song. Henry Joseph Spuria. Krithi Srinivas. Jody Tong. Shei Shin Wang. Hope Evan Weiser. Kat Queen Yi Wu. Iris Shia. Kershaw. Ashley Ye. Ceylin Yang. Yimeng Yao. Yixing Wan. Karen Zhou. Jihao Alex Zhu. Department of Industrial Design. Lisa Abwaf Defchiolu. Felix Asher Arwen. Carmen Belmonte Sandoval. Lucy Marie Blake. Jiyun Bolubasi. Nicholas M. Bonnet McManera. Catherine Hannah Bonsi. Aliyah Maya Bringus Brand. Hanjang So. Rachel Yangun Zhang. Yuhi Cheng. Annie Chen. Connie Cheng. Esther Yumbin Cho. Jay Choi. Ashley Chung. Sumin Chung. Tobias Cochran. Sophia Di Lodovico. Juin Yandu. Hannah Sky Wall Dunnigan. Dylan Fan. Tianwei Feng. Isaac Mahler Gamboa. Chantel. India Imani Gardner. Pavani Giroti. Hung Yuang Helena. Davis G. Humphrey. Sha Gun Jen. Yavya Jen. Qianli Chang. Ray Hong Zhang. Min Woo Kim. Rose H. Kim. Byungjin Ko. Un-Ne Ko. Maria Elise Koenig. Charlotte Lapay. Leon Lau. Ching-Wen Lee. Ji-Yoon Lee. Joshua Lee. Jungmin Lee. Melissa Jamie Lee. Victoria Liang. Jason Chenhao Liao. Julian Esteban Linares. Angela Lobel. James N. Lyon. Yu Ching Mao. Theo Martin. Army Masa Tiangbong. Rosalie Mejia Rivera. Shu Tung Pan. Eddie Park. Jack Pilgrim. Emma A. Powers. Eugene Ray. Bartholomew Jakub Saminski. Stay Shosito. Davis Smith. Kasina Sangwatana. Yasmin Enav Stein. E.K. Sun. Supatra Techapatlert. Kevin Tang. Katerina Dimitrov Chilingiror. Te An Tian. Ler Tian Tu. Patronit Palmi Vililuk. Jun Ri Wang. Ivy Wu. Jasmine Shu. Junyi Yen. Anu Yang. Peng Yi Yang. Selena Yang. Bryce Ji Yao. Yuan King Yao. Jeffrey Ye. Alice Chuchiao Yu. Jessica A. Young. Zhang Haoran. Peter Zhang. Mei Zhang. Zhang Shuao Sheng. Amy Zhu. Wang Yishu. Department of Interior Architecture. Yi Shangbai. Yu V. Bunsul. No. Liberty Alexandria Chapman. Victor Yangxuan Deng. Juoping Hu. Jinlan Huang. Minju Zheng. Daun Karis Lee. Ellie Zalin Lee. Awusha Muhurjun. Iraq Nantaya Piformrom. Butchered that one. Rachel Christine Taitro. Valerie Victoria. Su Chi Wang. Eleanor Wao. Yi Jun Yen. Sarah Florence Jensen. Clay Mann. Shenzi Wang. Department of Film, Animation, Video. Ahmad Ahmad. Lauren Elizabeth Alex. Lucas Ensel. Jasmine Yoon Babler. Rahul Badoni. Anna Caroline Baima Meyer. Gabrielle Achilles Bellone. Ushwathi Biju Ushwathi. Isabella Rose Borg. Jade Kanata. Sophia Carrera Britton. Charles Enos Collins. Karis Cowger. Diana Gong. Sean Huang. Aiden Teller Kelly. Hee Yoon Kim. Vivian Kong. Shiner Lan. Jasmine Lashu. Stella Ryan Miles. So-Young Bicky Park. Aristides Pemazoglu. David Sanchez Pereira. Olivia Schroeder. Sasha Uijong Shin. Nicole Strubinsky. Palanton Suonprai Patina. Mayan Tomlinson. Eli William Turner. Jake Vaspol. Janan Wong. Eswen Wong. Lubong Shi. Yuan Lee Elizabeth Shu. Daniel Kaiyun Shu. Lu Jin Yu. Jeannie Subin Yao. Matthew Charles Zani. No, my phone. Mei Yi Zhou. Jennifer Yan Rajan Louis. Yuran Zhu. The Department of Glass. Ling Yu Hu. Lena Wong Wu. Olivia Nesbitt. Department of Illustration. Annika Louise Aguilar. Jennifer Atkins. Noah Bassman. Aya Boruki. Avery Latham Bullwinkle. Sol Caponegro. Emma T. Capps. Ashley Castaneda. Martello Cesar. Hannah Chang. Jihong Chen. Shuyan Chen. Rebecca Cheng. Maddie Chair. Irving Choi. Micah Cox. Jacob Davidson. Annie Siwu Ding. Mim Diao. Elizabeth A. Eastman. Nicholas Edwards. Maya Enriquez. Matthew Joseph Fabrizio. Sophia Golden Folks. Baylor M. Fuller. Nicholas Gallo. Royu Gong. Alexander Grabos. Ziara Green. Esther Rose Grover. Abina Jumpo. Susan Yining He. Jasmine Hu. Geneva Huffman. Holland Simone Jackson. Angelo John. Yitong Zhang. Carolyn Ju. Ji-Yu Kang. Andrew Bennett Katz. Sung-Ho Kim. Tallulah King. Kolya Kishinsky. Leah Lara. Song Ali. Victoria Junmei Lin. Frey Yang Liu. Ji He Myung. Aliyah Nadal. Hamilton. Joseph Nee. Domingo Pablo Gutierrez. Pen R. Hong. Kenneth Pan. Lydia Pinkasik. Ant Chio. Mackenzie A. Reed. Sylvia Rodriguez. William Roth. Kyrie Isaiah Santillas. Jocelyn Angela Salim. Amelia Shafi. Jules Sharp. Lauren Lingjun Sheng. Zaza Sydney. Helena So. Evelyn Tan. Justin Q. Tian. Madison Dianor Tom. Milo Button Tomizawa. Jemra Tuju. Xinyan Wang. Abigail Jihei Warwick. Timothy Wang. Tianxing Xu. Garrett Zanin. Cynthia Zhang. Dorothy Zhang. Roy Zhang Zijang. Kelly Zhou. Jewelry and metalsmithing. Luke Ringo Atkins. Sean Cecilia Fung. Shen Yan, Jew. Louise Grace Yeager. Jill Jung. India Johnston. Serene Lin. Cameron Ann Natkin. Silva Wong. Zhongao Xuan. Sushan Ye. Shi Chang. Department of Painting. Hamza Ahmad. Felix B. Benton. Blue Brooks O'Leary. Emily Chen. Sedona Cohen. Gwenna Columbia Dilly. Isabella Sandoval Doval. Fiona Dolon. Awen Michael Donison. Sarah Keating Fettelman. Amelia M. Friend. Zora Rose Gamberg. Huli Guzman. Julie Hames. Sharinte Mishitanshin Harris. Randolph H. Hartfeld. Catherine Marie Hoffman. Emily Faith Holtzman. Sage Yael Hama Jennings. Hannah. Hale Jones. Olivia Jean Yoon Jong. Lara Karadogan. Sophia Karadogan. Connor K. Joe Kin. Soo Young Kim. Daphne Veronica Noose. Lainey Day Knudsen. Si Yang Chung. Celine Lam Yangswoot. Kei Lau. Yujia Lee. Sushun Leo. Owen McCallum Keeler. Rachel Moss. Zoe Mikish Narkowitz. Beth Nguyen. Georgina O'Brien. Adrian Okane. Rose Poiser. Safina Grace Roller. Tara Sabini. Mar Sanchez. Roman Sandoval. Sophia Donghong Shin. Olivia L. Springberg. Madison Sarah Stepek. Sophia Sou. Rick Tao. Mason Scott Tepper. Sarah Walston. Gage Ryan Wendersky. Ada Wickens. Yu Mil In. Department of Photography, Ban Josvenberg. Hannah Diane Nigro. Julil Marcus Porchel. Bing Yu. Adrian Jackson. Department of Printmaking, Adrian Jackson. Ariana Claire Padovana. Sarah Goldman. Ariana Deal. Elsa Maria Barrientos. Julie Kenu Agritis. Deborah Choi. Heather Jakes. Zen Ray Kayo. Tenor Ferguson O'Reilly. Susie Ju. Department of Sculpture. Su Wen Bei. Joshu Maggie Chang. Aki Charland. Iris Culver. Ralph Skunky Davis. Christina Caroline Giersch. Yanru He. Yofan Hu. Elizabeth Juwenat. Yutsing Leo. Betsy Alice Lee. Brady Matheson. Regina Maria Angeli Vestuti. Spencer Brodus Aurelius Mobbs. Reese Francis Perkins. Ji Yi Lee. Lily. Ada Yu Ting Wu. Department of Textiles, Sophia Apsit. Clara Hyung Boberg. Erin Alexandra Brady. Javon Alexander Brown. Pauline Pasha Castillo. Larissa Saley. Yewan Chun. Natiana Alexandra Manuel Fonseca. Zanona Charlotte Darrow. Nikhil Dinghe. Leslie Munri Gonzalez. Alex Rose Harris. Gabby He. Emmy Owa Hughes. Caitlin Ashley Hui. Sarah Layla Kadrawi. Catherine Soyun Kim. Gayin Kim. Jacqueline Rayun Ha Kim. Juyun Lee. Nat Leo. Peter Manque. Sierra Nickel Moore. Emma Yvonne Nocton. Luciana Dewi Phillips. Dundara Imani Rimbo. Ruby Rogers. Nina Rosenblum. Estelle Shin. Tracy Shershi Schur. Michaela Daria Schuster. May Sugano. Maris Van Vlat. Audrey Shushan Wang. Claire Wang. Are you ready for the last name? Kevin Wu.
So, we just have one or two more pieces of important business to attend to. I first want to thank the team of RISD staff and students who have produced today's events. So if you've not had an opportunity, I hope that you will find your way over to the graduate student thesis exhibition in the convention center, which is just right next door. I want to thank all of the family and friends who came to celebrate with us this important achievement in the lives of these artists, designers, and scholars. And after this, I invite you to join us as a community over in Market Square, where we'll have a kind of community celebration. Class of 23, please again rise. This is the most important business that we have. One of you has lost the tassels, so if you want to come back up and get it, come on up. So, and I mean that with all seriousness, so I'm going to put it here in case you don't have it. You can come get it. Ooh, okay, well. You are about to become members of an extraordinary global network through the RISD Alumni Association. RISD alumni use their talents and bold ideas to help create impact in the world, solving societal and environmental problems, creating new businesses and forms of practice, and inspiring us with their beautiful works of art, products, ideas that altogether describe and embody a better future. Take a moment and think about what you want your own legacy to be as part of this distinctive lineage. So, turning the tassel symbolizes one's transition from candidate to graduate. On the count of three, so somebody doesn't have their tassel, but we're gonna pretend we don't know that. On the count of three, I ask each of you to move your tassel from the right to the left. On the count of three now, you all, again, are not following directions. So, 1, 2, and then I'm gonna Instagram you all, so don't move. 3. All right. Congratulations, class of 2023. Congratulations.
honored
Students,
guests.
don't move. Hold yourselves. Hold yourselves.
Honored guests, please remain standing until all graduates have left the arena. You may meet up with your graduate outside or at the reception in Market Square. Everyone, get ready to put your hands together one more time as the extraordinary rendition band leads Rhode Island School of Design's newest alumni out of the arena. The stage party will exit first, followed by RISD faculty, and finally, the class of 2023.
Go on this side, our students are right there.